Hello everyone. Welcome to the class of Advanced Calculus and Numerical Methods, 18 MAT 2-1. Today, I'll be discussing a topic in Module 5, Numerical Methods, and the topic name is Divided Differences, under that Newton's Divided Difference Formula. Myself, Dr. Madhura, Assistant Professor, Department of Mathematics, Sai Vidya Institute of Technology, Bengaluru. Interpolation formulae for unequal intervals. So now we are dealing with different types of formulae where the interpolation is with unequal intervals. So unequal intervals means the values of x are not at equidistant, need not be at equidistance. Right? So divided difference is the first method there. So we are going to deal with Newton's divided difference formula. So before that, what are divided differences? How are the divided differences given by? So the first order divided differences are given by f of x0, x1 is equal to f of x1 minus f of x0 divided by x1 minus x0. Similarly, f of x1, f of x1, x2 is given by f of x2 minus f of x1 divided by x2 minus x1. So remember that f of x1 is same as reading y1. F of x2 is same as reading y2. So y values are subtracted here. So y1 minus y0 divided by x1 minus x0. In the same manner, here it is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, etc. So these are the first order divided differences. Similarly, the second order divided differences are given by, these are different notations for first order and second order. So second order, when we say within f, 3 variables are involved. When we say first order, within f, 2 variables are involved. So f of x0, x1, x2 is given by f of x1, x2 minus f of x0, x1, the whole divided by x2 minus x0. So we say that f of latter two values minus f of first two values, the whole divided by difference of the x in the extreme values. So x2 minus x0. When I'm doing the difference, here it is the difference of the extreme values in the denominator. So it is x2 minus x0. Same for the next second order divided difference. It will be x3 minus x1 in the denominator. x3 minus x1. So what we are performing here is f of last two values minus f of first two values, the whole divided by extreme values, difference of the extreme values. So that's how the formula can be easily memorized. F of last two values minus f of first two values, the whole divided by difference of the extreme values. And that way we can easily memorize the formula. Okay, so that was just for your reference. Now with all these, we will now move ahead to know the finite difference formula, divided difference formula. So it says Newton's divided difference formula. Newton's divided difference formula, or Newton's general interpolation formula. Newton's general interpolation formula. Now, why the word general interpolation formula is, this is in turn actually for unequal intervals of x, whereas this can also be used for equidistant values of x. Whereas for equidistant values of x, we consider always only the Newton's forward formula and Newton's backward formula. When it comes to divided differences, is a general interpolation formula, which is also applicable for Newton's, which is also applicable for equidistant values of x. Equidistant values of x. Now we will write down this formula. Y is equal to f of x, and that in turn is equal to f of x naught plus x minus x naught into f of x naught comma x1 plus x minus x naught into x minus x1 multiplied by f of x naught, x1, x2. I will just write on one more term for you, x minus x naught, x minus x1, x minus x2 multiplied by f of x naught, x1, x2, x3, etc. So this is our formula. So this is the formula which is known as Newton's divided difference formula or Newton's general interpolation formula. So let us note the point that this is general interpolation formula. Note this is the general interpolation formula applicable for both equal and unequal intervals. Equal and unequal intervals. So with all these basics, we will now move ahead to the problems part. Let us see problems now. First one, using Newton's divided difference formula, evaluate f of 8 and f of 15, given that the table values of x are 4, 5, 7, 10, 11, 13. Observe that the values of x are not at equal distance. Difference between 4 and 5 is 1. Difference between 5 and 7 is 2. The difference between 7 and 10 is 3, etc. So they are not at equidistant values. And f of x values respectively are 4800, 294, 900, 1210, 2028. Now let us see the solution. We have to find out the point of interpolations here are x is equal to 8 and x is equal to 15. So at both x is equal to 8 and x is equal to 15, we have to find out the value of y. So using divided difference formula. So first we are going to frame divided difference table. Divided difference table. So let us frame the table first. Right. I have prepared this divided difference table for you. So we have x values in the first column, y is equal to f of x values in the second column. Now we will find out first differences, second differences, third differences, etc. X and y are given from the data. Y is nothing but f of x. These values I have written here with notations. That's all. We always call the very first value of x as x naught and goes on. Last value will be usually xn, or here it is x5. Similarly, very first value of y is equal to f of x is f of x naught, f of x1, f of x2, etc. It continues. Now let us find out the first divided differences. Let us recall from the theory that the first divided differences are given by f of x naught, x1, f of x1, x2, etc. So first we will mark out these notations. F of x naught, x1, f of x1, x2, etc. Similarly, second order divided differences, we will mark it as f of x naught, x1, x2, f of x1, x2, x3, etc. So with notations, it will be helpful for us always. That is the reason we are writing down the notations here. Now this table along with the notations is ready for you. As I mentioned, the first order divided differences are denoted by f of x naught, x1, f of x1, x2, x2, x3, etc. So observe that very firstly you have to start with x naught, and then next value will be x1, next value will be starting with x2, like that you have to carry on. Same manner when we are writing down for second divided differences, it is x0, x1, x2, x1, 2, 3, x2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5. So starting with x0 and then starting with x1, starting with x2, starting with x3. The last value always in the last column, that should be equal to x5 always. So similarly, third order divided differences are given by f of x0, x1, x2, x3. So you are increasing the variables within the f function. Starting from x0, we are increasing the number of variables. So same manner, the notation will be x1, x2, x3, x4, last one x2, x3, x4, x5. So with these now, we are going to find out these first order divided differences. So let us understand how to find out first order divided differences. The definition says that it is f of x1 minus f of x0 divided by x1 minus x0. F of x1 minus f of x0 divided by x1 minus x0. So very first value here will be found out by 100 minus 48 divided by 5 minus 4. 100 minus 48 is 52 divided by 5 minus 4 is 1. So 52 divided by 1 will give us 52 itself. Similarly, the next value f of x1, x2 can be obtained by, in the previous column, it should be latter value minus previous. So 294 minus 100 divided by 7 minus 5. In the x column, it is x2 minus x1. So 294 minus 100 is 194 divided by 7 minus 5 is 2. So 194 divided by 2 you are performing, which gives you 97. Similarly, 900 minus 294 divided by 10 minus 7. F of x2, f of x2, x3 is given by f of x3 minus f of x2 divided by x3 minus x2. So 900 minus 294 divided by 10 minus 7. So this gives us 202. Similarly, performing the remaining two values, it is 1210 minus 900 divided by 11 minus 10. And this gives us 310. 2028 minus 1210 divided by 13 minus 11 gives us 409. So these are the first order divided differences for us. Now let us find out second order divided differences. Recall from the formula what we have already written, the second order divided differences. F of x0, x1, x2, that is the first most value in the second order, is obtained by f of x1, x2 minus f of x0, x1 divided by x2 minus x1. See, these differences here are nothing but the differences in the first order. Whatever the first order differences was there, that you are taking the difference, latter minus previous, divided by extreme values as I have mentioned, x2 minus x0. So same thing we are going to perform now, looking into the table values. So let us see that. We have to now perform previous first order divided differences are there, no? Using them. So 97 minus 52 divided by the extreme values as I've already mentioned, x2 minus x0 in the denominator. So 97 minus 52 divided by 7 minus 4. x2 minus x0 is nothing but 7 minus 4. So this when we perform, we are going to obtain 15 as the value here. Similarly, for the next one, it is x3 minus x1 in the denominator. For the numerator, 202 minus 97. 202 minus 97 in the numerator divided by denominator x3 minus x1. 10 minus 5. 10 minus 5. So writing down the notations will actually help us to obtain these values easily. So next column, next value will be 310 minus 202, numerator 310 minus 202 divided by denominator x4 minus x2. x4 minus x2 means 11 minus 7. Denominator should be 11 minus 7. So this using a calculator will help us to obtain 27. Then we have last value 409 minus 310 divided by x5 minus x3. So x5 minus x3 means 13 minus 10, means 3 in the denominator. Numerator 409 minus 310 divided by 3. This will give us 33. And now last, third order divided differences. Of course, when do we understand it is the last column to exist in the table? It is all the values, if they are same in the last column, we can stop doing the table. Or sometimes we might have to proceed until we get a single value in the last column. Now, how do we obtain third order divided differences? It is the difference of the second order divided differences for the numerator, consecutive second order divided differences in the numerator, and denominator as usual, difference of the extreme values. So x3 minus x0, x4 minus x1, x5 minus x2, like this for the denominator. For the numerator, it is as simple as that. In the previous column, latter minus previous. So 21 minus 15 divided by 10 minus 4, which gives us 1. Similarly, next one, 27 minus 21 divided by x4 minus x1, 11 minus 5 is also 1. And the last value, 33 minus 27 is 6 divided by x5 minus x2. 13 minus 7 is also 6. 6 divided by 6 is 1. So we observe that the values in the last column are same. That is why we are not proceeding with the fourth divided difference. If we proceed also, 1 minus 1 will be equal to 0. So it is of no use if we perform the differences. So that is the reason we don't perform it. Okay. Now with this, we are now going to write on the Newton divided difference formula and substitute both the values. That is to find f of 8 and f of 15 is our aim. So let us first write on the Newton's divided difference formula. This is given by y of x is equal to y naught plus x minus x naught into f of x naught comma x1 plus x minus x naught into x minus x1 multiplied by f of x naught x1 x2 plus x minus x naught into x minus x1 into x minus x2. This is multiplied with f of x naught, x1, x2, x3. We observe that this is the last value that is existing, f of x1, x0, x0, x1, x2, x3. So what are we exactly using the values in the table? We are using all the firstmost values in the table. These are the values which are used. F of x0, x1, 52. F of x0, x1, x2, 15. F of x0, x1, x2, x3 is 1. So these are the values which will be used here in the formula. Okay. Rest all values x0, x1, x2, we have all denoted them already. So it is easy to substitute and obtain the answers. So in the first case, our aim is to find f of 8. So x is equal to 8 is the point of interpolation. Is the point of interpolation. So let us substitute x is equal to 8 in the formula and obtain y of 8 or f of 8. Y naught, which is 48, plus x minus x naught. X is 8. 8 minus 4, x naught is 4, multiplied by f of x naught x1. F of x naught x1 is 52. 52 plus 8 minus 4 into 8 minus x1. x1 is 5, multiplied by f of x naught x1 x2, which is 15, plus 8 minus 4 into 8 minus 5 into 8 minus x2. x2 is 7, multiplied with this f of value, which is 1. So 8 minus 7, the whole thing into 1. So easily with a calculator, we can obtain the answer for this. So hence, y of 8, which is same as writing f of 8, is given by 448. So this was the first case for us. Now let us perform the second case in this, that is to find f of 15. F of 15 we have to find. So here x is equal to 15 is the point of interpolation. So with that one formula, that is Newton's divided difference formula, we are finding both these values, both y of 15 and y of 8. So y of 15 is equal to, again the substitution step, 48 plus 15 minus 4. Instead of 8 here, everywhere we have to use 15, that's all. 15 minus 4 multiplied by 52 plus 15 minus 4 multiplied by 15 minus 5 into 15 plus 15 minus 4 into 15 minus 5 into 15 minus 7 into 1. I don't have to again look into the table for all these values. As I mentioned here, x is equal to 8 was the point of interpolation. Now it is x is equal to 15. So instead of 8, just replace it by 15 everywhere and then rewrite the values. So with this, we can now write down the answer using calculator. Y of 15, or same as writing f of 15, is obtained as 3,150. 3,150. So this is how a simple problem in Newton's divided difference can be obtained. Let us see the second problem. Find the cubic polynomial which passes through the points 2, 4, 4, 56, 9, 711, 10, 980. Hence find f of 5. So these coordinates, whatever they are given, are nothing but x, y. So x is equal to 2, respective value of y is 4. X is 4, respective value of y is 56. X is 9, respective value of y is 711. Similarly, the last one. So you are asked to find the cubic polynomial. So interpolating polynomial we have to find out and hence find f of 5. So later we also have to find out the f of 5 value using that polynomial. So retaining x as x itself, we will be able to get the polynomial, no? So obtaining that polynomial first, later we have to find out x is equal to 5. Substituting x is equal to 5, find out f of 5. So let us first write down the divided difference table. Divided difference table is as follows. So let me first frame the table for you. Yes, I've just prepared the table, divided difference table. So we have x values denoted by x0, x1, x2, x3. Similarly, y is equal to f of x values, f of x0, f of x1, f of x2, f of x3. So these are the respective values of x and y given from the data. As I already mentioned, these are x, y coordinates respectively. I have written respectively the given data. Now we have first order divided differences. Notations I have written f of x0, x1, f of x1, x2, x2, x3. Second order divided differences, f of x0, x1, x2, x1, x2, x3. Third order, x0, x1, x2, x3. So it depends. If the table value need not always be single value at the last column, sometimes values will be same in any one of the previous column also. So let us see what happens in this case. Now, first order divided differences from the f of x column, 56 minus 4 divided by 4 minus 2. So 52 divided by 2 gives us 26. 711 minus 56 divided by 9 minus 4. That's how we can get f of x1, x2. So 711 minus 56 divided by 9 minus 4 is 5. This performs and gives us 131. 980 minus 711 divided by 10 minus 9. And this is going to give us 269. 269. Similarly, second order divided differences can be obtained. This is 131 minus 26. Difference of the first order divided differences. So 131 minus 26 divided by extreme values, x2 minus x0. Hope you remember, we had already performed it in the previous problem. So x2 minus x0 means 9 minus 2 in the denominator. So 131 minus 26 divided by 9 minus 2 you can perform, which gives us 15. Similarly, 269 minus 131 divided by x3 minus x1, 10 minus 4, which is 6. So this gives us 23. And lastly, third order divided differences. These are 23 minus 15 divided by x3 minus x0. Difference of the extreme values in the denominator. So 23 minus 15 divided by 10 minus 2, 8. 23 minus 15 is also 8. 10 minus 2 is also 8. So this gives us 1 in the last column. So until we had to obtain a single value, we had to do this tabular column, because previous column we observed that the values were not same. If the values are same in any particular column, you can stop at that stage, or you have to continue until you get a single value in the last column. So this is the this is the divided difference table for us. Now with this, we are going to perform and obtain the respective polynomial. So let us write down first Newton's divided difference formula. Newton's divided difference formula. And this is given by f of x is equal to f of x naught plus x minus x naught into f of x naught comma x1 plus x minus x naught into x minus x1 multiplied by f of x naught, x1, x2. We still have one more term. So I have to write down the formula for one more. X minus x naught, x minus x1, x minus x2 multiplied by f of x naught, x1, x2, x3. It's a formula very easy to remember. We have to just increase the number of terms. So x minus x naught will be a single term, then product of 2 terms, then product of 3 terms, like that. Similarly, within f also there were 2 variables first, then 3 variables, then 4 variables. So this is the last value which I know. So I'll have to use all these values from the table. First most values from the table. So these are the values which will be used in the formula. So let us substitute in the formula all the known values and obtain the polynomial. We don't have any particular interpolating value. So we have to find out f of x itself, the polynomial. So retain x as x itself. F of x naught is nothing but the very first value, which is 4. 4 plus x is kept as it is, x minus x naught is 2. into f of x naught x1 is 26 plus x minus 2 into x minus next value of x is 4 multiplied by 15 in the table plus x minus 2 into x minus 4 into x minus 9 multiplied by 1 in the table. So x minus 2 will be carried forward to every term. The next set of value of x was 4 and 9. That is what I have used. X minus 4, x minus 9. Respective values of f of x naught, x1, x2 divided differences are used. Now let us simplify this polynomial. 4 plus 26x minus 26 into 2 is 52 plus 15 is multiplied with the product x minus 2 into x minus 4. Let me multiply these two. This gives a quadratic equation. X square minus 6x plus 8 multiplied by 15 I have already written. Now the same product I can use it here. X square minus 6x plus 8 and that is multiplied with x minus 9. X minus 2 into x minus 4, just now we performed here, and it is x square minus 6x plus 8. Same thing I have obtained, multiplied by x minus 9. So the way of simplification is left to each individual. Now I have 15x square minus 15 into 6 is 90x plus 15 into 8 is 120 plus, now x should be multiplied with each of these terms. So I get x cube minus 6x square plus 8x. And again now minus 9 is multiplied with each of the terms. So minus 9x square minus into minus plus 6 9s are 54x and the last value 9 8s are 72. We can combine all the like terms and write on the polynomial. So we have f of x is equal to, combining all the like terms, x cube minus 28 minus 2x. So this is x cube minus 2x is the required polynomial. You can cross verify whether your polynomial is correct or not by substituting the given values of x. Substitute the given value of x, you should be getting the respective value of y. Similarly, when x is 4, you should be getting 56 as the answer. So you can substitute in that way and verify your polynomial whether it is correct or wrong. So combining all the like terms, this is the cubic polynomial what we are getting. There's no x square, 0x square, and then no constant, 0. With this, we were asked to find out, hence find f of phi, no? So let us find out f of phi. F of 5 is equal to, substitute x is equal to 5 here. So 5 cube minus 2 into 5 will give us 115. So these were the different varieties of problems in Newton's divided differences. Hope you have followed. Thank you for watching.